G'day, this is Ghostwolf, and I suck at Minecraft. The best laid plans never survive contact with the enemy. And in my first episode, I boldly declared that I knew exactly what I wanted my first project to be. Well, that project is not happening. At all. Before I can start any project, I need materials. To get materials, I need to explore. To explore, I need maps. To make maps, I need compasses. To make compasses, I need redstone. To get redstone, I have to dig down to approximately layer 14. Sea level is Y63. So everything in the overworld is roughly that or higher. So what I'm digging here is the most primitive of mines, but apparently the luckiest as well. All I want to do is grab a single vein of redstone. And I haven't established a base for myself yet where I can store things. So at this time, I don't really want to set up an actual mine with proper accessibility, which would usually just constitute a ladder. So I'm doing this super primitive dig down in a almost straight hole. So from about Y30 down, I'm actually doing this back forth alternating, which means I can see that there's a block to stand on, rather than just chopping out the block from underneath my feet. And I recently saw Rick Clark on Twitter was saying that digging down in random spots, the odds of falling into lava are actually pretty small. And yet, it has very almost happened to me twice. I have been digging straight down, and I have barely survived. And I've barely survived because I didn't fall directly on the lava. And so I'm not actually sure which level I'm at, but I've hit redstone without even having to look for it. So that was super fortunate. And in an upcoming episode, I'll also be showing you the other reason why this primitive mine is so lucky. So because I don't actually want to keep this mine, I may go... At the time I dug it, I intended to go back down there maybe once or twice. So I'm just refilling it with cobblestone, and the idea is that if I do go back down there, all I need to do is dig out all cobblestone, and when I hit the stone, I'll know that I'm at the bottom. And so this is just super cheap, not fancy, just really functional. So here is where my plan for my first project completely fell by the wayside. While exploring, I located a woodland mansion. Now I've actually gone a lot further afield than I intended to, and I have seen quite a few ocean monuments. Like my previous seed, I believe that this one is also going to be very ocean monument heavy. I may attempt a guardian farm one day. One thing I would like to try is, and to some people this may be cheating, but I would like to build a bunch of mob farms in Peaceful and set myself up in a base that sufficiently repelled mobs so that I felt secure, and then switch over to easy difficulty so the mob farms could work. The main reason for this is simply potions. To build a brewing stand, you need a blaze rod, and to get a blaze rod, you need mobs. There is an infinitesimally small chance of finding a brewing stand, I think, in an igloo with a basement. But in Season 1, I only found one igloo which had no basement. So I'm going to breeze through this mansion pretty quickly. It's not going to be particularly different from the mansion I was converting in Season 1. So this is colloquially known as a ladders and rails room, with no apparent purpose, but I'll be able to take those rails and ladders, that will be good. Here we have a dark oak seedling room, which is nice because I love my dark oak, so it's going to be great to have all of those seedlings to start from. So this is a mushroom cultivation room. And so far, I'm actually pretty excited because I'm seeing a lot of rooms that didn't generate in my Season 1 mansion. Okay, so we have a forge. So there's an anvil and some lava. I'll be able to take both of those, that'll be good. A small storage room. I'll be able to take all of those chests. I'm not opening any of them because in the storage rooms they are always empty. A farm room. I expected that to be fully planted out with wheat. I don't know if that's changed with 1.14. A office or study. A strange kind of room that I've never seen before. I had read about a lot of the different rooms that can generate on the wiki, and this one is not ringing any bells, so... better be something down here. Aha! A chest. Okay. So my inventory is pretty full right now. So I can leave this chest in place and I'll worry about looting it properly when I move in. Suppose I should leave some degree of lighting in here. It's not necessary. So that was a interesting little treasure room. Now I'm just working out whether or not I can count. So there is a, which I can't, as many of you probably know. But it looks like I've found a large storage room, and I will be honest, hooray, even more chests. That's something that makes me happy. So I can see from the pattern on that wall that that's the actual back of the mansion. It doesn't go any further. Ugh. The Illager face rooms. Those always creep me out. But I don't mind taking the wool from those. It's a good source of coloured wool. And here I am getting completely lost. Utterly confused about where I have and haven't been. And which units, being each square of the mansion, that I've accounted for. So a very basic flower room. And again, the pattern on the wall says that those are external walls, which don't generate with windows on the ground floor. Another farm room. Third farm room, but still with no food in it. So here's that large storage room. And again, me trying to count how many squares of floor that should take up and whether or not I've been in there, which that's the back of the Illager. So I actually really struggle to build a mental layout of things like this mansion. So it is quite difficult for me to know what areas I have covered and what I haven't. So this is just a dead end. And that leaves one final room. Which is a fountain room, or a water feature room. It just has this little water flowing decoration and a tree. Because that's what you do in a mansion. You grow trees. So there are no secret rooms on this level, and I confirmed that later, which we'll cover in another episode. So let's head on upstairs. So this is an ISaM room, which just has those purple flowers. Or magenta flowers, I'm not sure which. A large library. This is often referred to as a small library. A fighting ring. And now as I'm looking back at this, I'm realizing that I actually completely forgot to go find the chest in the top of that room. Oh, so this is a dining room. I didn't get one of those in Season 1. That's nice. Would have liked one of those. I did get that conference room, the U-shaped conference room, so I guess that's pretty close. We've got a lovely sea view from the back here. Apart from being flanked by two swamps, this mansion's really nicely placed. It's got the roofed forest out front and ocean at the back. So another small library. I'll be up to my ears in books once I start taking those bookshelves down. I have no idea what that room is colloquially known as. There were just some bookshelves and an ISaM in a pot. So, again, totally unable to build that map in my head that would have let me know that that was the other side of the library. Just gonna put those blocks in wrong. I can fix it some other time. Okay, that one's a 3-bed bedroom. Or a blue bedroom. And another one. Okay, so there's another one of those not quite a library rooms. stairs up to the 3rd level. This is, I believe, an oak archway room. And another bedroom. Okay, so we'll be able to get a lot of wool out of here. And let's head on up to the last level, which is actually pretty small. It's just a single room. So this is a master bedroom. Again, I didn't get one of these in my Season 1 room. So it's got this giant bed, the wardrobes at the back. There is also a loft. If I come up here, there's another bed and a chest. And a diamond breastplate. Wow. Okay, that's nice. I am definitely going to have to wear that. That's a very nice upgrade. And in Season 1, I wore only leather armor because I didn't really need it apart from the enchants that I had on it. So that's the Woodland Mansion. Looks like there weren't any secret rooms at all, which is a bit disappointing. But that diamond breastplate is nice, and I'll have to go back and check out that chest. But I'll be using this as my base, so I'll be converting much of it in order to put my own stuff in here. Part of that is going to be setting up a pair of nether portals, one here and one near spawn, and connecting those so I can travel more efficiently, because this Woodland Mansion is a considerable distance away from spawn. But that I'll be covering in the next episode. This has been Ghost Wolf. A huge shout out to my first Patreon. Thank you so much. I have no words. If you would like to join them and become a patron, I am over there as the Ghost Wolf. You can also find me on Twitter. Hit that like button, give me a share, give me a subscribe, and cheers!